wasn't gonna start yet, but I love you, Sam. Take care. Have fun at your movie. Ah! Hi, friends. Welcome. How are we doing? How are things? It's been a couple of minutes. It's been a couple of hours, not minutes, but basically a couple of minutes, right? Howdy. Welcome. It is evening stream time, which means maybe finishing in Sound Mind? Possibly, potentially. There is a possibility that we're gonna finish in Sound Mind tonight, and I'm very excited about that. You're Yako Enif? I'm glad you're Yako Enif. Oh, sorry, Lamia just jumped onto the bed and spooked me. I'm glad you're Yako Enif. That's great, that's wonderful, it's fantastic. Also, grip it and rip it. That one wasn't very good. I opened it a little too fast, but you know what? They can't all be winners. Hi, Tivo. I think I have a little bit more energy, but we will see once we actually get into the game if my if my energy levels will stay where they are. Still feeling fine. Booster hasn't really destroyed me. We're doing okay. We're just sleepy today. And that's fine. We can be sleepy. Yako Enif. I'm gonna be thinking about that a lot. Now, hi. Who is that? Devo? Hello, sweet man. I am gonna take one more Tylenol before we start. Because I forgot to do that. But that's okay. Yeah. We can move past Shrek the Ogre. I don't know. I thought Shrek the Ogre was pretty good. Thought he was pretty good. That was fun. That was hilarious. I was there for it. As somebody who didn't know what was going on, didn't realize that Mrs. Kiwi was doing a 12-hour stream and that it was a joke. It was very good. But yeah, it's evening stream, which, fun fact, I always assumed the evening streams were going to be the ones that were wild and chaotic and out of control. I'm gonna move this down just a smidge. Don't mind me. But I have been proven wrong time and time again, and it's the afternoon streams that tend to be extremely feral, and I love that for us. It's very good. Sarah?
Tinsara as rating with a party of 10.
Hello,
Kaysh and the
friends.
gang welcome you.
Nikki, welcome in. Sarah, thank you for the raid, friend. How's it going? You were doing, Legend of Mana, right? Oh, there's the shout out. Legend of Mana. How was it? How did it go? Emmy, hello. Welcome. Nikki, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in, friends. We're just getting started. I haven't been live for more than a few minutes. Hello. Welcome. It's wild here. Fairly well good. Hello, Nem. Welcome in. You found some rotten meat in a treasure chest. Fantastic. Luna! Hi. Got some quests done. Nice! I'm doing alright. I was just telling everyone. I got my booster yesterday. And I'm feeling way better today than I was anticipating, which is great. I'm a little tired. My arm hurts. My joints are a little achy. But it's not, like, too much more than I usually am, so we're doing pretty okay. I've got some of my energy back, so I'm excited to do our stream tonight. Hi, Spotify, you're very loud. That's fine. Is that a new emote? That's very cute. That's very cute. Okay, sorry, I was moving things around. Smiley, hi. But yeah, thank you, Sarah, for the raid. I think everyone that came in knows who I am, but if you don't, I should say, people who came in on the not Smiley raid, fuck. Sarah raid. My brain is a little slow on the uptake today. That's fine. If you came in on the Sarah raid, don't know who I am, hello, welcome, my name is Kayshurrr. I'm an LGBTQ+ horror and mystery streamer. We're queer as fuck here. We're spooky as fuck here. Reminder, it is an 18+ I say fuck a lot. And we also play a lot of spooky games that are not always appropriate for children. But that's okay, right? Spooky queers for the win, we're here for it. Torlac, hey. Tori, hey. Thanks for the follow, friend. But yeah, we play lots of spooky stuff here. It's great. Even though we do that, and even though we are an adult stream, I do offer content warnings for every single game that we play, which I think Blown Apart pulled up there, but that's okay, we'll do it again. Just because we like to make informed choices about the kind of content that we are playing. Yeah. I don't know, I was so intense about that. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully finish in sound mind this evening, and I'm very excited about that. Very excited about that. I don't got much else to say. We should be back on our usual schedule. I know this week was a little weird, but that's okay. But for the raiders who came in, you have been streaming for a while. You've been watching a stream for a while. If you need to take a break, please, 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 by all means, do that. Like I said, we just started streaming. I usually stream for about 3 hours in the evening. So if you decide you want to come back and hang out with us, you are more than welcome to do so. But it's important that you take care of yourself. Get up, stretch, get some food, get some water. Take care of stuff that you got to in the space that you're in. Whatever. We'll be here if you decide to come back, like I said. You just got it. Self-care. Take care of your dang self. You demand it. But yeah, I'm done rambling at this point. I do know what we're doing for this evening, unlike this afternoon stream where we just kind of were like, lol, what? So let's go ahead and get started. I am gonna have to like mess with things because it's gonna be too loud and it's gonna be resized improperly, and that's fine. But yeah, we finished the last level we were on. The character whose name I cannot remember for the life of me right now. Sorry, I need to pull up volume as well. I'm not doing great about having everything up that I need. That is totally understandable and fair. Go to bed. It is late. Sleep is important. We'll see you later, Nikki. Take care, rest well. We'll see you next time. That should be fine as far as volume is concerned. As per usual, if there are any issues, it's too loud, too quiet, please let me know. We will fix it immediately. I need to not put my hands on the keyboard wrong. This is fine. Alan. Alan was the last person that we hung out with, right? He was the radio man and was amazing and lovely, and I almost cried a little bit because he was so sweet. And there is a package for us over here. I think we're ready to... Not Alan the Flash Strahd! Not! That seemed wrong. Hey, can we just, that's the wrong button. That is not how we, it's not how we do that. Oh, I have been spotted. 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 Please, 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 please. Yeah, it's the Yako Edif. It's fine. Tape rainbow. I can tell its color. This doesn't seem right. What? Oh, no, I do vaguely remember. Cause like the starting sections are usually black and white, right? Of course the OK Fine's gotta have sunglasses as well. But yeah, while we're wandering around trying to figure out what's happening, how is everyone doing? How are things? How's it going? Travis mentioned that he was Yako Enif. Great. Better than being not Yako Enif. It's great. We're gonna do the thing. Is the volume okay? Is it fine? I feel like it's quiet, but that could just be on my end. My headphones are turned up all the way now. I am going to destroy my dang eardrums.
An invitation.
This is what he's been waiting for. How this ends is up to you.
We are missing a single vinyl. Great. Cool. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta do the thing. I am very excited for how this game is gonna end, honestly. It's closet time? Can we not, maybe? Hey, consider not putting me back in the closet. But consider. I don't have any of my items. The end?
All eyes on me now, open wide. You know what's wrong.
Oh, he keeps going away.
Lethal case of deja vu.
I can just endlessly chase him.
On the edge, stare into the void.
What if we do this? We're staged. I'm trying not to spook him. I can't even, like, skirt around to the side. Here comes the boy! Sorry, we're good. I mean, I can try. I think he's just supposed to do his performance. Making my way downtown, walking fast, rainbow pasts, and I'm breakdown bound. Hi! Hey, I would like to...
Ready.
Here he comes! There he is! Here comes the boy! Hi! Wait. Why is your foot bent like that? Why is your shoe bending like that? I also really like his design. Oh, his jacket's a little broken, but that's okay. I'm still not entirely... I don't know, the way that he looks in the flashes of Rosemary that we got seemed very similar, so I wonder if he's like some distorted version of Rosemary?
It's showtime.
Oh no. Feels a little Tom Waits meets Freddy Krueger 100%, and I do love that. I am here for this. It's a combination that I didn't know I needed, but I needed. Oh, we got big jumps.
Whoa.
It's fine. We've got this. Desmond, don't worry.
Long have I waited for this moment, this spotlight, this stage.
Hops!
This stage made of mistakes, misfortune, and
Hop!
regret. There won't be an onward.
Hop!
Only sweet, eternal
Jump!
death. But before that, congratulations are in order.
Oh, his tape is all melty.
You waited. You failed all the way to the top. You like it.
Reminds me of like a shitty version of Hollow Bastion.
They were weak.
Kingdom Hearts.
Virginia could not overcome her watcher, nor could Alan his shade. Max lost heart to his bull, Lucas
Not
gone in a
Pete.
flash. You succumb to me.
Also, did I update those links
So why
properly? I
have
think I
been
did.
Sneaking around, causing chaos. What's my motive? Who do I work for? Well, I'm not some government agent. I'm your Agent Rainbow. I'm everything you don't want to be.
That
Fear,
does track.
your guilt,
Oh.
paranoia, giving force.
Just gonna cut that out. Oopsies. Oopsies. Links work. Okay. I thought I had updated them, but I also was not entirely sure.
Desmond, you made it. You failed all the way to the top. You were right, you know. Your patients weren't bad people, but they were weak. So why have I been sneaking around, causing chaos? What's my motive?
Science.
Who do I work for? Well, I'm not some government agent.
Excuse me?
I'm your
Mommy?
Agent
Sorry.
Rainbow.
Mommy? Sorry.
Hi,
Mommy?
Dougie.
Sorry.
Don't want to be.
How's it going, friendo?
Paranoia, giving force.
Hi, 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 hi.
To run you
Hi, 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 hi.
to wear you down to
How's it going? How are you doing? I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. How are you?
You stuck in your drug-addled mind, withering away as it shuts down. You're the captain of the SS Wales, and you're sinking. There is no escape. Soon you'll lose all control. And
Did
when
I
that
just-
happens, I will have
No work till New Year! No work till New Year! Does that mean we're gonna be getting Dougie streams all the time? Hey, consider. Nice! Good! I hope you enjoy your break. It's very important. End game. End game. 96-hour Dougie stream. Oh, 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 oh. Wait, are we gonna finish this, like, now? Okay, that tracks that would hurt me. Watcher, I was helping, what? Ah! Shade. Oh, I'm collecting the... Okay, I see, I understand. Ouch! Only mother. Yeah, take the Good Time Garden playthrough just very, very slowly. I can't jump that great. This is fine. Can we not hurt me, please? No! That didn't even hit him! Oh. I don't even know that he really has a mouth. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Over there, I see, I understand. Kind of, vaguely. Stop, 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 I can't dodge any of this. I keep getting stuck on everything! Please stop throwing things at me. Please. That hurts me! This all hurts me! Please, 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 please. I need a better means of aiming. Okay, okay, okay. Alright. Stop! Why did I jump into that? How do I get in here? There. That's how I get in there. This is fine, right? This is all fine. Please, 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 please. It's because I helped all my friends! This is gonna be the Watcher. I think I am summoning the people that I have helped. I think. Please. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, look. Is this... Do I just have to put the tapes in here? Do I have to hit play?
Virginia made an effort to change her narrative. I'm taking her lead.
Aww. Yeah, Mrs. Kiwi's still going. It's fine. I believe she's doing a 12-hour stream with Shrexy Ogre. Okay, 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 okay. Where else do I go? Ah! Stop letting me fall into things so easily, please. Look, it's our buddies! No! I wanted to give him a high five! I didn't do it. I messed it up. High five! Please stop. High five! Okay, okay. I fell. I fell. I have fallen. I'm not a huge fan of platforming in a 3D first-person game. But we'll continue to try. This is fine. This is all fine. Parkour! Hey. Uncalled for. Okay, okay. Let's continue through.
Talk all you want. You won't get to me anymore.
This is extremely unfortunate. But that's fine. Look. This is the shade.
Alan had the courage to face his fears. It's time I do the same.
This is a neat boss battle though. I dig this. Where am I going? Over here. We're going over here!
Is that the stench of smell?
Over here.
Shutting down, don't forget. If you think anything you're doing right now is going to make any difference, you're a bigger fool than I thought.
You know what I think? I think this isn't going the way you thought it would.
This is unfortunate. Can we not fall into... Oh my god. Go get... How do I break you? Like that. That's how we break you. Great. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Over here! Away we go! I honestly was not expecting us to, like, jump into a boss fight this quickly. But that's fine. Please. I'm so floaty! Throw a thing! Throw a thing! Break it! Break it!
This is an exercise in futility.
Ah! I need this goober to break this thing. Thank you. I appreciate it. What is this? Do you wanna throw another thing here? Great.
I have to vanquish lead insignificant cockroach.
Nom. This is the bull.
Even with a tough case like Max, progress was made. Change is possible.
Question is, what do we do once we beat this? Slash, who's next there? Do not launch me off the edge. No good time, Garden. We could do an indie game. I don't know if I have any. I should have some prepped. Excuse you. Excuse you. Excuse you. I expected at least like a couple of hours of content left, but I suppose we could possibly do some Graveyard Keeper. It's been a minute.
They're a part of me now, just like
Okay,
you.
hold on.
Learning from them made me smarter, stronger.
We'll just blow his head off. I need to do this thing. Oh, I see. I understand. That's the thing. I don't know what I feel like playing. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. We got some time. That big boy over there, though. What is happening? Where is the last one? There. It looks like... Oh no. We just gotta run around. This is fine. Okay, definitely. Oh, goodness! Please! Big boy knocked me off. And then threw me. And I didn't appreciate it.
I will break free from you.
Okay, let's try this one more time.
Their experiences, their trials and tribulations.
Can they not launch me off of the platform? This was going so well. And now they're like, nope. Nope. Gotta get launched. Time to get launched.
I will break free from you.
My goodness.
Their experiences, their trials and tribulations, they're a part of us.
Just gonna listen to Desmond repeat these lines over and over again.
Stronger.
That's okay. I understand why our jump has to be as floaty as it is, but also consider less float, more controlled jumps. Because every time I get hit, I get launched. It's not too bad so far. It's been fine. until now. But that's okay. We got it. We just gotta run around, not get hit. Okay. This is fine. It's all fine. Where's the last one? Where is it? Oh, it's the final boss. All the things are happening. Sir! Okay, that's fine. There it is. Get away from me. Fuck. Shit. Nope. Nope. Oof. Okay. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-doo-boo! Ba-da-da-doo-doo! Da-da-da-da! Right? It's too much pinball. Honestly, if I had to say, if I had to...
Their trials and tribulations.
Smiley! He's my #1 daddy! I don't remember how the tune goes. It was a good song. It's a very good song.
I will break free from you.
Oh. I love the terrible things that TikTok brings to us. It's very good. Oh. It's very good. Please. Alright. If I could also just stop taking damage from existing in this environment, that would be great. I know it's because things are hitting me, but like, it's not great. Fantastic. That's that one handled. Just one more. Woof! Okay. Alright. Okay. This is fine. I do wish that these guys would take damage. Great! That's all of them. Let's go! Please, this is the last tape I have to put in. I will not. Never mind, there might be one more.
Well, if Lucas taught me anything, it's that sometimes
Lucas! That was the last one we did. Hi, Yams! Thanks for the lurk! I love you, I hope you're doing well. Ah! Please! I am trying to heal!
You underestimated me. I don't blame you. It's in your nature to doubt me.
I've been with you your
Maybe? I mean, yeah? Yeah? We loved the Flash. He was great. No! I could have made that had he not hit me with a dumb barrel. Alright. Alright. I think you mean RBG. Random Box Generator.
You underestimated me. I don't blame you. It's in your nature.
Bad. Bad boxes. Okay, let's... Let's go!
Because I didn't want to confront this side of myself. Didn't want to believe it exists. Not anymore.
We'll just blow up some of these.
My fears, my insecurities. I
Look
accept
at...
them all, and I choose to keep going.
Look at Desmond facing all of the stuff that he's had issues with. Please, I swear to God. Agent Rainbow is us. I think Agent Rainbow is the chemical that, like, the company has been feeding to people, but this is, like, the culmination of everything that we
I'm afraid our time
have
is up.
issues with for
The next
ourselves.
time you want to talk to me, make an appointment.
What a one-liner. Very good. Got the achievement: improvise, adapt, overcome. Is that it? Did we do it? Ooh. Freddy waits. We were all along. Freddy waits. Very good. Tape Desmond.
In an unexpected turn of events, it seems that I'm coming out the other side.
Sorry,
Why and how this is all happening is becoming clear, and as strange as this is, I am equally as fascinated as I am mad.
I like how the first time we came through here we were hitting the play button, but now we're hitting the record button. Sorry, it's a little thing, and it's just I very much enjoyed this game.
Life for me will never be the same. I'm grateful to survive, but at what cost? I am yet to know. While I can see the fog clearing, I can also feel my skull. My brain is pulsing. Something is different. Meyer and the government think they have autonomous control over us, that they can shove us around and we'll take it. They fail to realize that by pushing a bird out of its nest, you teach it to fly.
Pulsating.
I'm going on record. Meyer's gonna pay for what they've done. To Virginia, to Alan, to Max, Lucas, Rosemary, to Milton, to everyone. I am right. I am just. I am alive, and I am in sound mind. Come and tell me otherwise.
Title drop. Title drop. Ah! It's the title. It's the name of the game. Is this? There it is. There it is. Tanya, hi. Hi, Tanya. Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm really proud of you, Desmond. But,
What?
well, we're still here, aren't we?
Man, I hope I'm not stuck in here forever.
Time will tell. Patience and grace. Here, I think you can handle what's in your locked room now.
Treasure key for the locked room in my apartment.
If you have any unfinished business, take care of it and meet me on the roof when you're ready.
I mean, yeah, cat still talks. It's very good. Is this? Meet Tanya on the roof when you're ready. Ah! We got. Okay. Well, we gotta go to the room that's locked. Did we have an apartment on the first floor, or... No, this was our apartment. Okay, never mind. I know what things are going on. I love that cat. Okay. Just trying to make sure that there's nothing else around. What? I have no flares, but it's okay because there's one right here on the floor. Thank goodness. Patient name Tanya Couch Potato Wales. Age 10 human years. Diagnosis mild kittenhood trauma stemming from possible abandonment. Abnormal levels of laziness that sometimes border on clinical lack of motivation to move and or care about her surroundings. Suspected borderline personality disorder. In the cats? Circumstances of treatment showed up at my door on a rainy night some 9.5 years ago. Oh, he's okay. No, he's being silly. I understand. Showed up at my door on a rainy night some 9.5 years ago, frail and malnourished, talkative and sweet. She seemed unharmed and that she'd either been lost, forgotten, or thrown away. I decided that since she was kind enough to choose me, I shall take her in and nourish her back to health. Personal history, somewhat unknown origins. Catatonia. Displays catatonia. Oh my god, sorry. Displays the kind of regal behavior that likely links her to a long lineage of royalty dating back to ancient Egypt. Using my very best judgment, I'd say she's either a direct descendant of Bastet or the very soul of the feline goddess herself who has bestowed the honor of care upon yours truly. Psychological notes. Prone to occasional freezing, Tanya will sometimes stand perfectly still as if in a catatonic state. Desmond, you need a hobby. Desmond, listen. We gotta. No, he needs a better one. This demon wizard trapped in a cat's body has definite magic powers 10 years into our relationship, and I've yet to understand how she can melt my heart and soften my mind with a single look of adoration. A single meow. No. My dearest Tanya, my heart is heavy with grief. The void you have left behind is unexpected. Words alone cannot describe how sorry I am for my actions. My ignorance of the toxic relationship between the cat and the lily flower has left me a smarter man who feels like a fool. Sit in my office, slipping into memories of you knocking shit off my table and looking to me for affirmation. Thoughts of you sitting beside me, curiously listening to the troubles of others and helping them by accepting their flaws and letting them pet you are and forever will be priceless memories. Thank you, my dear friend, for countless days of playful calm, for reciprocated love, and for choosing me, Desmond. Desmond Wales, a thought experiment laced with beer. Patient name me, age 41, diagnosis paradoxically paranoid, sorry. Circumstances of treatment. Patient is following the good psychological practice of self-analysis. Patient considered finding a third-party professional, but ultimately decided that this could result in unwanted prying into a past best left alone. Following the death and disappearance of several people under his care, patient has come to seriously question his methods and whether or not he is also at risk. Patient has difficulty reconciling with the fact that no matter how much he works on himself, it won't bring Magdalena back. Yeah, Tanya's dead. Tanya died. We found that out last time. Hence why she's here in our brain and talking to us. Yeah. Personal history. Born and raised in Milton Haven, the only child of Jack and Melinda Wales. Undergraduate degree in neurology and semiotics from Pacific State College. Graduated with honored medical school at Virgil Medical. Residency at Akron Falls Medical Center. Likes long walks on the beach and being bad at video games. Psychological notes. Patient has doubts about the methodology of his treatment. Is he providing his patients with the best possible professional advice? Or is he consciously or subconsciously driving them to self-destruction? Patient's mind is consumed with worry for his own safety. What if what happened to them will happen to me? Is danger lurking at every corner? Magdalena once told me that I'm incapable of taking care of my own issues since I'm always knee-deep in other people's problems. Assuming she's correct, how do I change that about myself? Should I? As somebody whose favorite flowers are lilies, and who also has cats, you keep that shit far, far, far away from him, but he didn't know, and that breaks my heart. Desmond, please don't hate me for this. I know you said you wouldn't, but I know you. You gave me 4 years for which I am eternally grateful. The time we spent together means the world to me, and I know it did for you as well, despite everything. Big but coming. But I just can't do it anymore. I want happiness, Desmond. Happiness. No, it comes from a good place, but your overprotectiveness of me and your increasing paranoia about who knows what at the moment are making me crazy and doubtful. You were so special, so smart, and so loving, but you sometimes can't see past your own emotions and problems. More often than not, how can you be there for me when you're barely able to leave your own head? Sometimes questions how you ever ended up choosing a career being there for people. I love you, Desmond. I'm sorry. Take care of Tanya. Magdalena. Can we collectively just give Desmond a hug? Bathroom. We did get the last vinyl though. Shall we go listen to it? Let's go listen to it. Thank you, Allie. Desmond needs a big old hug.
It's my record player.
I got the achievement. Audio file. Tanya's not here to listen with me, and that makes me sad. Please. I like this. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Game has very, very good music. It's done by The Living Tombstone. Highly recommend. I don't want the game to end. Yes. Yes, it's time to go see the Key Cat. Tanya! Hey.
I wish this ending could have been a happier one.
But
Life doesn't work that way. Getting rid of me will be the challenge of a lifetime. You may have won the battle, but you've only saved yourself.
Not bad, Cal.
Agent Rainbow is still out there, and you are powerless to stop what's
Sorry,
coming.
I'm gonna take some screenshots, don't mind me.
Don't listen to him. He's afraid because he knows exactly what you're capable of.
what am I capable of?
Time will tell. Patience and grace.
So, this is goodbye?
You said goodbye before. I wouldn't lose any sleep on it.
I'm sorry. It was my fault. I should have known.
You did your best. You loved me, and that's all I ever cared about. Besides, I live on. In your head, so that's something.
We kill people in games all the time.
Thank
We
you, Tanya.
talk about people that are very
For
close to our
everything.
characters dying all the time. The second they mention that the cat has died, I'm just like...
You're a real cool cat.
Desmond, please. Desmond, please.
Yeah. I know.
Baby. That's it. That's the game. That's the game. Right? Even with how bad Bad Cow was, I really enjoyed this. Yeah, I really liked this. This was really good. Good game. Good game. Can we... I can accelerate it. Awesome. But yeah, Living Tombstone, very, very good. Here are all the songs. I believe it's available, like, the soundtrack is available on Spotify, as well as other places. Go support it. It's good. What a good game. I don't have, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. It's just good game. Even with like some of the criticism that I had about like some of the mechanics and the general like presentation of some of the bosses, it was really good. And they handled the whole, like, I really appreciate the fact that they handled the discussion of mental illness as well as they have.
Desmond, can you hear me? Are you
Is
in
that
there?
Alan? Is that Alan?
Damn it.
Not
Desmond.
Alan. Lucas.
You're breathing. Yes. I heard you, man. I heard you in the back of my mind. My goodness, what did you do to this place? Judging by the package on the table, I guess they got to you before I did. Bastards. You'll be all right, my friend. Rest. And when you feel better, we'll take the fight to them.
In Sound Mind 2? Does that... In Sound Mind 2? Please and thank you? When? Okay. I would 100% be here for a sequel for this. There's some games where it's like, no, you ended it very well. I really like how they ended this, but I want to know what's gonna happen. We have so much left unresolved from this dang game. Please, 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 please. No, like I said, I really, really enjoyed that. That was a good game. Would highly recommend if other people want to give it a shot. I will probably try to, like, 100% this at some point. Now that I know what to do with like bosses and stuff. Good game.